It's 11 o'clock, so we'll crack on those. There's not been a great deal of updates this week, so it's probably going to be a fairly brief session today. But yeah, thanks for dialing on. Okay, so government announced a couple of days ago that there's going to be a new bounce back loan that's going to be available from this Monday coming. It's available to businesses to borrow between 2,000 and 50,000, and it's a fast track access, so cash should be available within days. The government basically said that it's a 100% government-backed guarantee for lenders, so not the 80% that the coronavirus business interruption scheme loan. And it's to help to bolster the existing package of support available to the smallest businesses affected by the coronavirus pandemic. They're saying it's been designed to ensure that small firms who need cash injections to keep operating can get finance in a matter of days. And they're saying it comes alongside the £6 billion already awarded in business grants. So I think it's been after consultation with government about this scheme. It's like I said, 100% guaranteed by the government, so there shouldn't be any personal guarantees or any issues with the banks getting that. And they've also agreed to pay any fees and interest for the first 12 months, so no repayments all are due within the first 12 months. That's quite a good start to tide people over, really, to get through this mess. And they're saying it's easy to apply, short standardized online application. And like I said before, the loan is supposed to hit the businesses within days to provide immediate support. And again, this doesn't preclude anybody getting grants or other benefits, etc. Tax deferrals, job retention scheme, self-employed income support, that sort of thing, really. So that's something that's quite interesting. And again, I think with this, obviously, things will get back to normal at some point, but it's making sure that businesses can keep trading and keep working throughout this, really. So again, a few other notes they gave with it was saying more than 500,000 claims have been made for the job retention scheme, and business grants, 500,000 business properties, about £6 billion of business grants relating to the rates. Coronavirus business interruption loan scheme, they've made 20,000 of those to date. And a lot of people have deferred VAT and business rates, etc. Okay, so that covers that. There have been some changes to some more tweaks and things to the coronavirus business interruption scheme loan, which has been around for quite a while now. And the government, obviously, the banks were being, up to the usual funny business at the start, where they were steering people away from the government's loans and trying to get them to do their own, asking for personal guarantees, etc. So the government have kind of clamped down on this, really. And they said this week, following the changes to the scheme announced today, lenders will only ask businesses for information and data they might reasonably be able to provide at speed. And they'll not require the provision of forward-looking financial information or business plans from businesses applying to the loan scheme, really. So again, I think it's just making it easier for people to get their hands on the money quicker. And it's designed to be for businesses that were viable before the coronavirus outbreak. So not necessarily, obviously, if there's no work coming in, there's no business viability at the moment. So again, it's the devil's in the detail, and the government is saying the move should make the scheme easier to access and make the application process quicker. Businesses, however, should still assess carefully the implications of taking on debt finance and be comfortable it's the right solution for them. So again, with a lot of these, the business bounce back scheme and the business interruption scheme loan and some of the deferrals, the VAT and the tax, obviously this is money on the never. So, people need to make sure that whatever you're financing the business, assuming on a normal, even footing going forward, after the dust settles, that obviously these debts can be sorted. Okay, there's a few updates. The coronavirus job retention scheme started last week, and applications were flowing from Monday of the previous week. So we touched on this in the last seminar, but there's some more practical points now from people that have been running it. We've been making applications through it. It seems to have gone okay from our payroll sort of staff's kind of point of view. No major issues there. The system seemed to be fairly robust. Originally, when I heard about it, I thought it was going to crash within a few hours, but it seemed to have been okay, really. So there's additional guidance now. There's a few new calculators available, and several more pages were issued this week on how to use the portal and everything else. There's a new claims template, again, giving you information on what's required, and also if anybody's doing their own payroll, any reporting requirements through the RTI system, really. There's some calculators how to work at 80% of the employees' wages, and also, again, just some more practical points, really. So, again, quite useful. I posted this on social media in the week, so, again, all the links and everything's there for that. The only other thing, really, that I'd just speak about is a client I spoke to yesterday, and he said that Bandcamp are offering 3 days for clients where they're not charging. I think they charge 15% generally of revenue they generate through Bandcamp, but they've announced that the first one, I think, is tomorrow, but it's now said they're going to waive its revenue share on the first Friday of every month for the next 3 months. So if anybody's got music or broadcasts or anything going out through Bandcamp, it might be worth doing live broadcasts of things on those days, and then you won't get any revenue. I think because of the time difference, because I think Bandcamp are going on Pacific time, so I think my client said it was you'd need to get your stuff uploaded by 8 o'clock on the Friday morning, so to make sure you get it in on the day, really. So what they've said is 24 hours each month from May to July, 100% of spending on music and merchandise on the platform will go directly to artists and labels. Last week, following the success of March's 24-hour fee-free day, and apparently it saw $4.3 million spent on music and merch. So it's going to do the same tomorrow. And again, like they're going to do it 5th of June and 3rd of July. And their comment was, musicians will continue to feel the effects of lost touring income for many months to come. Bandcamp's founder, Ethan Diamond, wrote an official statement. So we're also sharing some ideas below on how fans can support the artists they love, and how artists can give fans new creative ways to provide support. So again, it's just if you're not broadcasting or putting stuff out there on lockdown, these are opportunities to generate a bit of extra revenue, really. So that's pretty much everything to update this week. So I don't know if anyone else out there's got any comments this week, or any information, any questions you've got.
No, that's great. Thank you, Craig.
No, that's all right. So yeah, like I said, not a lot really.
Really helpful, this. I mean, maybe for you, maybe you needed to do it once a fortnight now, but unless there's an emergency. But it is. I really do appreciate these Zoom meetings.
No, that's okay, Megan. I've got, like I said, I've got one, the last one lined in for next Thursday. So maybe what I'll do is I'll do a fortnightly one from then, and even if it's just a 10-minute spiel like this, it's just a catch up of anything. Anything that's I think is vitally important for people to know, I'll email everybody, which I've done so far on the self-employed income support scheme, and also on the furloughing scheme. Everybody should have had an email on that, and those are the only emails. Obviously, I'm mindful I don't want to bombard everybody with emails every 5 minutes, but all the other stuff's been going out on social media. But again, there have been some interesting comments from clients, like the Bandcamp free broadcast thing, which I wasn't aware of. So, so that's quite useful to pass on, really. But yeah, no, what I'll do is I'll do next week's, and then I'll see what numbers are on. Then I'll just suggest I'll do one once a fortnight.
Okay, it's brilliant. Yeah. Thank you, Craig.
Thanks for the feedback. Yeah, cheers everyone. Stay safe.